This is Jodine from Jodine's Corner, and I'm sitting here with Carmen Liana. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Because her last name, not to be confused. Let's spell it for the people.
Liana.
Perfect.
Liana with an L.
Perfect. New recording artist, but not a stranger to the music scene. You've been singing background for Shaka Khan, Monica. Tell me how that came about.
By knowing somebody that knew somebody.
Right. Always the best.
Yeah, and then I went to Chicago to interviews. I mean the audition. So and then I did a show with Shaka Khan, and Monica's here. So
Perfect. And you moved from Cordell to Atlanta. Tell me about that process. What made you move?
I'm from a small town, so it's if you want to get into it really deep, the music. As far as getting it to the people, I think you need to move somewhere a little bigger. I mean, Cordell, it did give me good beginnings. Like my mother, she always instilled creativity in me. So
then you became part of a girl group.
Yeah, called Mischief.
Off of Montel Jordan's label. So then you take a break. You in a bad relationship?
Yeah, that kind of fizzled out. I guess I was. I don't know. Maybe because I'm born in the year of the snake, I'm very attached. So it was just hard. The breakup was really hard.
Yes.
So
what's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Aries.
I'm an Aries.
Okay.
So I'm like that little temper. Like got to learn how to control.
Right.
But when it was all over, I was like, oh, this was kind of good for me to go through this because it just sparked my creativity as far as songs and. Just being single for a while just gets you to know yourself, and I think that was a big boost in myself creatively as an artist. So actually it ended up being a good thing because honey, you do me bad, I'm gonna write about you, honey.
And she wrote about you under Who I Am, the album. So did that kind of springboard this album? Because this is
some of it,
personal album.
Yeah, some of it. Because I mean, whenever I write for myself, and then I can give to other people. I have to do for me first and then be able to give, because when I do it like that, I can give you everything, and I can give you so much of myself if I'm good here. But a lot of the songs and the way I write springs from my life. It's just my own creative things, what I see every day. So it can be at the job, it can be relationships, it can be whatever. So.
And when you're writing, what is it? What's that thing that makes you say, I'm going to write about this topic, and and then start writing songs like taking applications?
It's really just what sparks me. I mean, what just really just catches me. Like I have a song in there called "I Hate My Job," and I was working in there.
We can all relate to that song.
Yeah, and it's funny because people I hate my job. We're in a recession. I mean, some people need to be thankful because they got a job. It's not even talking about that. It's if you listen to the meaning of the words, it's talking about being in a small place, starting from the ground and going up. And you got to be here in this certain position to be able to get to that higher position, and that's what that song is basically talking about. But at the time when you're there, you're like, dang it, I hate this job. But I gotta work. I gotta keep trying to make that money so I can go to the next step. So it has a meaning. It's not just like, it is fun. It's kind of funny though, but it has a deeper meaning to it. So
how do you take all that hype and still be yourself?
My family. I had a good foundation, I think, because it's like, I don't know, I always been taught no matter how much money you get, no matter what you get this and you get all this materialistic things. I think, I don't know, for me, it's just my family has always been my treasure. Like, I have a daughter now, and it's like, yes, I aspire to be at the Grammys and have a Grammy.
We're going to have an award in our hand by 2011.
But my daughter, she's a new being, and she's like the Grammy that I've always wanted. It's like that family unit is what keeps me just grounded and humble.
For the record, she's more than just a music artist. She's also a visual artist. You play guitar, flute. What's some other instruments you've played in your past?
That's basically that, yeah.
So it's not just about sitting in a studio writing music. You are an overall artist. How's your daughter shaped that?
She made me more bolder. I think
Ooh.
more bolder. Because I wore in locks from like my hair. I wore in locks for many, many years. And just this whole thing with beauty and image and stuff. I don't know. I always used to fantasize about having an afro or whatever. And I was when you get long.
I'm like pointing at my hair.
I know. And when you get long, like my hair grew and grew down to where it was like to my waist. But you wearing long hair, you get to a point where you get kind of scared, like especially having short, kinky afro, or kinky hair, or when they want to say nappy hair. Nappy don't bother me, but it's like, dang, that's like the worst hair that people could be like, I don't want no short nappy hair or something like that. But being able to see my own beauty and just being who I am.
I've heard the analogy that putting out an album is like giving birth to a child, because you put all your business out there for the world to see.
Right. So, and every time I write, it's just my business. I speak from like it's real. Like the stuff that I've written on there, that's actually my experiences. So,
walk me through that time when you're thinking to yourself, I want to be a singer, but I can't get on stage, and what made you conquer that? Because I'm sure there's a 12-year-old out there, there's a 13-year-old out there that's going through that same challenge.
For me, it was just like, I got to a point where I was like, no matter how corny I thought I looked, or because I was really self-conscious about getting up and singing like a love song or something like that, and being a teenager, and I'm like skinny as a rail, and then I would just be up on stage just like this. But the voice was coming out, but it's like I couldn't even really look at the stage. But no matter how afraid I felt, I always just, you know what, I'm just going to just do it. I just kept pushing and then over time, it just takes time. And everybody's different. It could be years, it could be months or whatever. It just, you just start getting more and more comfortable with yourself. I always like to, when I have a fear, I like to try to challenge it and to go forth with it. So, I mean, for me, that's what helped me. I just kept pushing myself. Even when I made mistakes, I learned how to like let go and forgive myself.
Love it, love it. So the album is called Who I Am. Tell me where I can get in contact with you, and where can I pick up the album?
You can contact me you can contact me at lotusrecords.us. MySpace.com/Carmen Liana. Also, the Carmen Liana Facebook. So those
Carmen
are some
Liana
places.
Facebook fan page?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm looking forward to more good news coming from Carmen, because Billboards is just the first step.
Yeah.
Billboards, #1 on Billboards is just the first step, because we got some Grammys to pick up in 2011.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up.
Any last minute messages to your fans? Anything you want to say?
I just want to say to the fans, just thank you for this opportunity, any opportunity. Thank you for just listening to the music, because that's my main goal. It's just, it's just to listen, just to be able to share. So just thank you.
Thank you. And you're tuned into Jodine's Corner with Carmen Liana. And this is where we elevate your mind, balance your body, and feed your soul. Peace.